Hi, I'm Reza, one of the conceptors for the ALSA Court-like Debate Championship. It is a great honor and excitement to be part of the conception team because it is actually very challenging to find a new way and a new method for high school students to explore their argumentation skills. And that's why we came up with the idea of mixing the concept of legal itself and the common debate, and that's why it gave birth to ALSA Court-like Debate Championship 2 years ago. And this competition is very unique on its own way because it gives you the opportunity to present your case in front of the legal scholars and legal students who are eligible, and also to explore your legal skills actually in front of these people. And for that reason, I'm encouraging you to take part for this competition. It is very interesting, and this is the only place for you to experience it, and I believe that you can gain a lot from this competition. Meantime, I really hope that I will see you in this competition, and hope you enjoy your study in high school. See ya!
Good afternoon, Your Excellencies. My name is Yosua Dewa Satria. It's an honor for me to appear before the court this morning, pleading on behalf of the government. I will deliver the first submission. The first one referring to the determination of Mrs. Mina as defendant has been fair towards both the legal and society aspects for the following 11 minutes. And I will deliver to my co-agent, Mr. Shifa Alam, who will speak for 11 minutes and deliver the second submission about Mrs. Mina's case has represented Indonesia's justice enforcement. Your Honor, the government would like to ask the court to decide that the determination of Mrs. Mina as defendant has been fair. First, decisions that had taken by the police, prosecutor, and judge is the real action and consistency from the law instrument in Indonesia to solve the case and also fulfill the legal aspect from this case. In addition, from the society aspects, the decision that had taken by the law instrument is the real action to create a harmony of society, with pleasure and prosperous feeling. They feel safe because there's no crime and the law instrument do their duty. I'm done with the first submission. Then Mr. Shifa Alam, as my co-agent, will deliver the second submission about Mrs. Mina's case, as represented Indonesia's justice enforcement. Your Excellencies, may I proceed my seat? Yes. Your Excellencies.
First one referring to determination of Mrs. Mina as defendant has been fair towards the legal aspect but not the society aspects. And I will deliver to my co-agent, Ms. Lydia, who will speak for 11 minutes and deliver the second submission about Mrs. Mina's case that hasn't represented Indonesian justice enforcement. Your Honor, the opposition would like to ask the court to decide that the determination of Mrs. Mina as defendant has been fair towards the legal aspect but not the society aspects. First, I would like to represent the fact about Mrs. Mina's case. Who is Mrs. Mina? What was happened to this woman? What caused the case of Mrs. Mina? Mrs. Mina is a 55 years old poor grandmother who has 7 grandchildren and do some plantation work for a living. The law case against Mrs. Mina started from her intention to add the cacao seeds at home last August. She claimed that she had planted 200 cacao trees on her plantation, but she felt those were not enough, so she wanted to add few more. Then, Nono, one of the foremen of PT RSA 4 plantation, who was patrolling them, took the 3 cacao trees. According to Mina, Nono came to ask her who had picked those cacao fruits. Then Mina said that she picked from their seat. Mina, who happened to be illiterate, agreed to that and apologized to Nono, then surrendered to him the 3 cacao fruits. She then humbly apologized and recalled her own apology to Nono as she asked him to return with those 3 cacao fruits. She never dreamed that the tiny mistake that she had already amended would have further consequences and could even drag her to court. At the end of August, Mina was shocked over a court called by Acdc police to be examined for her theft to 3 cacao fruits. Furthermore, on mid-October, her case file was handed to Purwokerto State Court.
Okay, thank you for the presentations. We here have listened to your pleading regarding case about Miss Mina, right? So here I have a question for you. How could you prove the power of law if you are not giving any punishment at all? Thank you.
We have to give punishment to Indonesian people who break our law, destroy our act, or disobeying our rules. But, Your Honor, in this case, what I mean is about Mrs. Mina as defendant, not about that we shouldn't give her punishment or else. That's not the solution that I'm going to give. Here, I just want to tell you about this case, which is not fair towards the social aspects. Because, Your Honor, while applying our act, I think we have to see about all the social aspects too. Mrs. Mina is an educated person. She cannot read, so if we connect the story from the beginning, there is a background of these cases that we shouldn't miss, as what I have said before. Your Honor, she didn't mean to steal at all. She just likely to take without thinking anything. This is all about the humanity. And, Your Honor, I think before the government arguing about these criminal cases, I think the government should have looked after her and her life, as she is a poor family, which is in the country have the responsibility to take care of the poor people. But in fact, I don't see that's happening in our country. All of them just busy to earn their own money by corrupting people money. Our law has the power, and our act also tend to morality and justice about the enforcement of our law. Is the main problem here. Still poor, unfair, and not transparent. Thanks. I'm done with my first submission. Then Miss Utia, as my co-agent, will deliver the second submission about Mrs. Mina's case that has not represented Indonesian justice enforcement. Your Honor, may I proceed my seat?
Yes, please.
Your Excellencies, may I proceed my rebuttal?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
In this case, people should have focused on the fight for justice, while at the same time alerting the public to the fact that stealing, regardless of the item size, is still a prosecutable criminal offense. This is what we strongly defend. We opted to take this stance and refuse to be trapped in legal aspects because the more we think legally, the more space is lost in upholding justice and democracy. We did not ignore the legal substance of the case, but gave it a lot more space for justice by trying to cover all sides, not just two sides of the story. Your Excellencies, I'm done with my rebuttal and I present to myself.
Yes, thank you.
Hello, I'm Lizanisha. I'm the project officer of ALSA Court Light Debate Championship 2012. Here you have just seen the simulation of Acdc, and you can see, you can hear, and also you can feel the atmosphere of Acdc is really different from the other ordinary debate championship. So, What are you waiting for? Here, I'm Rizanisha as the project officer, ready to join and be the part of this event. See you!